Hi. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me over on Gabriel and Company's Instagram feed. I'm Lyndon Smith, and this is actually my very first solo IG Live, so it's going to be a good time, y'all. At the very least, it's going to be a time. So to quickly introduce myself, because I'm sure most of you do not know who I am, my name is Lyndon Smith. I am an actress based here in LA. I moved here about 10 years ago when I started working predominantly in television. I kind of got my start on 90210, the reboot. I'm not that old. On the CW, and I did that for a little while, and then I moved on to the show that really launched my career, Parenthood. And Parenthood is a show that is so dear to my heart. It will always be the thing that I look back on, and I was like, that kind of changed the game for me. And coincidentally, that's kind of why I'm here today talking about this Gabriel and Company's initiative, The Stronger Together. It links in with Parenthood, and I'm going to table that, and I'll tell you how that all kind of came to be. But maybe you know me, and you need a little bit of an introduction about Gabriel and Company. They're so much more than a fine jeweler. They are a family-owned business out of New York, started by two brothers, Jack and Dominic Gabriel, started in 1989. Shout out, that's my birth year. And they create really incredible jewelry that's based around human experiences. And their jewelry feels very personal, and it's very thoughtful. And as I kind of get into a couple of the pieces that I'm going to focus on today, the Stronger Together necklace and the 91/19 bracelet, you'll kind of see how thoughtful every detail is with their pieces. But really what sets them apart for me and why I love this company so much is they have a big place in their heart for their communities. And they have charity as a backbone of their brand. And I think 2020 overall was a year when we were forced to slow down. And I think we all kind of started to see the world in a broader way. And we saw the struggles happening in our communities and where the needs were. And for me, I spent a lot of time educating myself on how I could make a little bit of a difference. And it started with how I was going to spend my dollar. I think the companies that we choose to support, we're kind of voting for them with our dollar. And I decided I was going to focus on brands that were sustainable, ethical, local businesses, and then whenever I could, support any company that has a charitable backbone to what they do. And that's what Gabriel and Company is doing. And in 2020, they released these two pieces, which I would love to share with you today. The first one is this sterling silver bangle, and it's called the 91/19 bangle. And what that means, 91 is actually reference to a Psalm 91, and it says, no harm shall overcome you. And that is actually very thoughtfully engraved on the inside of this bangle. I know there's no way you can see it, but it's there, and you're wearing it, on a heart point on your body. And then the 19 references COVID-19. So whether you are somebody who believes in a higher power or just likes the math of 91 being greater than 19, this bracelet, when I look at it, it's kind of a sign of hope and positivity. And I wore it a lot this past year, just because it's very special. And this is kind of crazy. 91/19, this bracelet raised an unprecedented $91,000 for the organization Jewelers for Children, which is an incredible organization that supports children throughout the world through different endeavors. And isn't it also kind of funny that this 91/19 bracelet got $91 for this company? Also over 91 million social media views. So this bracelet was a very, very special thing that they did this past year, and one of my favorites. I've been wearing it on my wrist a lot lately. And one more thing, sterling silver. This is thoughtful. It's to remind us of the silver linings that actually did come out of last year. And while I know we all had, I think I can safely say we all had some pretty rough times. There were a lot of silver linings. So that is this piece. And then the next is kind of the thing I want to focus on the most today. This is the Stronger Together necklace. And the proceeds for this necklace also go to Jewelers for Children, but then specifically for them to aid the National CASA GALA Association for Children. And I love this group. So what is it? CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocate. GAL is Guardian Ad Litem. And basically what this is this is a group of volunteers that are appointed by a judge, and they will they'll advocate on behalf of children who have suffered neglect or abuse. So essentially, these kids are going through a system that seems incredibly terrifying. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you've ever even been into a judicial building for any reason, it's terrifying. And now imagine being a kid and you've been thrust in a situation that you have no control over, and that's going to be scary. And these court-appointed advocates will hold their hand through the process, be their voice, and they actually stay with the case in its entirety until a kid has been placed in a safe forever home. So they are that familiar, friendly face they see every day. They're someone they can go to with all of their questions. They're really just little angels to these kids. And studies have actually shown that kids who have CASA volunteers at their side, they are more likely to find a safe, permanent home. They are more likely to succeed in school. And more importantly, they are half as likely to ever re-enter the foster system again. So what these people do by just being with them every day has lifelong impacts, and they're really building a world where these kids can thrive. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. So to circle this back, what does this have to do with me? When I was doing Parenthood, I was young. This was one of my very first jobs. And one of my very first events I ever went to in LA was a CASA benefit dinner. I remember I was on set that day. I was like, I don't know what I am even gonna wear. I went to a showroom after. They had nothing in my size. And I actually have a picture that makes me laugh. So this is me and my then boyfriend, now husband, at this event. We look like such little babies. And we get there, and one of the speakers is Dax Shepard from Parenthood. And I was like, this is so crazy. I literally just saw you today, and now we're here at this event. And I didn't realize that the organization was very personal to him. He has his own personal relationship with it. And that evening, I learned about all of the incredible work that CASA has done. And I was really moved by it, and it really kind of imprinted on my heart. So when I was approached a few months ago to get the word out about this Stronger Together necklace, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I have a tie to this relationship. And it's just a very special piece. And now if I can just tell you a little bit about it, like another thoughtful thing. So the necklace is based around this center pendant, and it's made from two intertwined strands. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit closer for you. But this represents the strength of togetherness. It's the bond between these advocates and the kids going through this system. It retails for $100, so it's a very accessible price point. It makes a really beautiful gift, and 100% of the proceeds from this necklace go to Jewelers for Children and Aid CASA. So I just kind of also wanted to show you how I wear them. These are very regular pieces for me. I love to mix metals, so I mix my sterling silver with my gold. I like to wear my bangle with an heirloom piece of mine. This was given to me by my grandmother. Also has intertwining silver and gold. It works really well with the necklace. So that's really it. That's why I'm here. I just want to help spread the word about what Gabriel and Company is doing. Their heart is in the right place, and I think now more than ever, we need to be mindful consumers. We need to be mindful with what we're purchasing, the companies we are supporting. And if you can buy a piece that you can hold on to forever, and you can gift it to people, or you can pass it down, and it's then going to go out in the world and do good, I think that's the way that we all need to be heading, because I think that I don't think there's a lot of people who think that fashion and jewelry can make a difference, but when you align yourself with brands who see the bigger picture and see the world and they see their communities and they want to help, that's where we should be spending our money. And those are the types of brands that I want to be supporting. So that is why I popped on. Thank you so much for joining me. Instagram lives. Oh my gosh, this was terrifying, but so exciting. I'm going to go through and read all these comments later. I have pinned the link to the Stronger Together necklace on the Gabriel & Company's website if you would like to check it out. It's down there. And that's it. So thank you for joining me. Again, my name is Lyndon Smith. If you want to see any more brands that I'm trying to push out there and their charitable efforts, you can go to my Instagram page, Hello Lyndon. I love to kind of shout out local and meaningful brands. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and I hope your 2021 is off to a good start. All right. Bye, everyone.